Hello students. So today we are going to start chapter number 12 of class 12th, that is atoms, and in this chapter we will study about the structure of atom. So basically there are many atomic models given by different scientists, and later on some of them were discarded because of few drawbacks. So we will start with the first one and go to the latest model that we follow nowadays. So the very first model that we have is Thomson's model of atom, or Thomson's model of atom, or we can also write it as Thomson's atomic model, right? This is Thomson's atomic model. It was given by J.J. Thomson. Thomson's atomic model was given by J.J. Thomson, and that's why we call it as Thomson's model, in the year 1898. And according to him, atom has a structure that is spherical. So according to him, atom is a sphere of positively charged matter, and there are electrons embedded in it. So here you can see in the diagram, this is how he showed the structure of atom. According to him, atom is a sphere. This is a sphere of atom, and the dots here representing the positively charged matter. The dots here representing the positively charged matter, and these pink circles represent electrons. So according to Thomson, the atomic model or the atom is a sphere of positively charged matter with electrons embedded in it, and this positive charge inside the atom is uniformly distributed over the whole sphere. So this positively charged matter, or this positive charge, is uniformly distributed over the whole matter, and electrons are embedded in this sphere such that there are seeds in the watermelon. Just as seeds are embedded in watermelon, similarly electrons are embedded in this sphere, or we can also compare it to the plum in a pudding. Since he compared it by the plum in a pudding, that's why we also called this model as plum pudding model of atom. So by plum pudding model of atom means this is like a pudding, and these electrons are arranged just like a plum in a pudding, right? That's why we call this Thomson's model as plum pudding model also. One more thing, he stated that the repulsion, the arrangement of these electrons inside the sphere is such that the mutual repulsion between electrons, since they have same charge, so they will get repelled by each other. So the mutual repulsion between electrons is balanced by the attraction between positively charged matter and electron. So electron will show repulsion, but electron and positively charged matter will show attraction, and the two forces were balanced. That is what he stated, that repulsion among electrons is balanced by the attraction of electrons with positive matter. Now because of this balanced nature, since the two forces are balanced, atom as a whole, we consider atom as a whole stable and neutral, because the two forces that are acting inside the sphere are balanced. So this was Thomson's model. Now Thomson's model can explain chemical reaction, radioactive disintegration. So these phenomena were clearly explained by this atomic model, but there are certain drawbacks to that. There are certain things which this model can't explain, and that's why it was discarded. So the very first drawback it has is that it can't explain the existence of spectral lines that we get in hydrogen spectrum or atomic spectrum. So the existence of spectral lines was not explained by this atomic model given by Thomson. Also, this model was valid till 1911, so people follow that model. But after alpha scattering experiment done by Rutherford, so after that experiment, this model can't explain the large angle scattering of alpha particles. In the Rutherford experiment, in the Rutherford experiment we get large angle scattering of alpha particles, which was not explained by considering model as a sphere of positively charged matter with electrons embedded in it, or by following Thomson's model. So because of these drawbacks, this model was discarded later on, and after his experiment, Rutherford after his alpha scattering experiment put forward a new model. We call it as Rutherford model of atom, which can explain this alpha scattering process also. So after this video, first we will study about alpha scattering experiment by Rutherford, and then we'll move to the postulates or the atom that was given by Rutherford for the structure of atom. So first we will study Rutherford experiment for alpha scattering and then Rutherford model of atom. So that's all for the video. For further videos, stay tuned and keep studying. Thank you.